I'm Tanya, and this is my journey. I started this vlog because my father died. I had to sell my farm. I'm a full-time caregiver for my mom. This is my journey to find happiness and adventure again in my life, my journey through depression and anxiety, and my acceptance of knowing that I am exactly where I need to be right now, and to accept myself for exactly how I am. Good morning. Hi there. In this video, I'm going to share with you the steps that I took to achieve my temporary residency visa in Mexico. I'm going to go over steps and then I'll get into more detail. The first thing I needed to know was, do I even qualify for one of the available visas? Number two, I purchased the Mexico relocation guide. Trace, I made an appointment at a consulate where it looked like I would qualify. Number four, I hired a vetted facilitator. Cinco, I collected all my documents and had them checked via my immigration facilitator. Six, I went to my appointment in Las Vegas. And the best part, number seven, I went to Mexico for canje. The way that I found out that I probably would qualify for a temporary residency was both through my local consulate and through the Mexico relocation guide. So first of all, temporary residency via financial solvency. And it looked like I qualified for that. However, I did not qualify to apply in Seattle because in Seattle they had some additional requirements, and what that looked like was they wanted you to either already be retired and have documents that prove that. They wanted you to have a document from your employer stating that you were able to work remotely. So I didn't fall into either of those categories. I don't plan on working in Mexico. I plan on moving there after I retire, which won't be for another year. So I ended up flying to Las Vegas. So you can see my Las Vegas trip. I have a vlog about that. And so let's move on to number two, which was buying the Mexico relocation guide. So because of what was going on, it was toward the end of the year, and I just decided that I wanted the most current and updated information. So I went ahead and I bought the guide. Plus I was curious about, how do I get my pets to Mexico? How do I get my furniture to Mexico? What's the healthcare like? Where do I find the facilitator? All of that is in the guide. So that's what I chose to do. So on to number three, that leads me to hiring the facilitator, which I found through Mexico Relocation Guide under the immigration facilitators. And you need to have a general idea before you hire one. Where are you going? What part of Mexico? I've been watching videos for a couple of years now, and there are many places I want to see in Mexico, but I decided to start my journey in the Bay of Banderas because that seemed the most familiar to me. So that's where I hired my facilitator from, the Puerto Vallarta area, and that's where I booked my round trip ticket to. So how did I find Mexico Relocation Guide? I found Mexico Relocation Guide from watching Ellie Small's travel videos and also Buceria's videos, Moving to Mexico with the host Paul. And both those two channels had recommended Mexico Relocation Guide. So I started watching their videos, which led me to their website, which led me to their Facebook page. I can't speak highly enough about Mexico Relocation Guide as a resource. The Mexico Relocation Guide cost me $500, and I believe I'll be using it for years to come. So it was worth every penny. Okay, so collecting those documents. The things that I needed for my appointment. Number one, I needed 1 year's worth of statements from my investments. Number two, they all needed to be signed, and there was a cover letter that needed to be signed that you're the account holder. You also need a passport photo attached to your application, which you can get off of the consulate website. You need copies of your passport, and to bring your passport, of course. And copies of all the documents. So you're carrying down a load with you. One hot tip, at least for me, is after my appointment, when I was approved, they did tell me I didn't need to bring almost any of that stuff all the way to Mexico with me. All I needed was my passport. So I wish I had known that before, only because that was causing me, like, I'm traveling by myself, I'm gonna be having like everything that says who I am on me. No, you only need that for your consulate appointment, at least as of the time this video is being made, which is July 2025. So on to the fun part. Book your trip to Mexico. I had done it already, only because I was going no matter what. Whether I got my residency card or not, I was going to Puerto Vallarta for 2 weeks. I needed a vacation. I'm a full-time caregiver for my mom, and I was going. So luckily everything worked out, and my appointment fit into that window, and I got to go to Puerto Vallarta for 2 weeks and go to my appointment, which was successful. Again, I had the facilitator meet me there, which just took really all of the stress out of it. So they meet you right there at your appointment. They do everything for you. They take your passport, they fill out the forms, and you wait about 3 hours, but then it's a done deal. You get your card and you're good to go. So there's also a video. I have a vlog about Puerto Vallarta, so that video you can also watch if you're interested. There's not much about the immigration part of it. It's mostly fun because, well, that's people's personal private information, and you're not allowed to bring cameras in the immigration office for obvious reasons. Anyway, okay, so for the fees, for the relocation guide, and for the facilitator, those parts ran me about $1,250, and that was $500 for the Mexico relocation guide. There was a small fee at the consulate in Las Vegas, the facilitator fees, and then the immigration fees in Mexico. That all came to around $1,250. The rest, it's going to be up to you. How cheap can you get a flight? Where do you want to stay? I loved where I stayed in both Las Vegas at El Cortez. I'll leave a link for that, and the Rivera del Rio in Puerto Vallarta. That was just like beyond cool. I loved Rivera del Rio in Puerto Vallarta. You can see lots of videos about that online on YouTube. And I stayed at a cute little Airbnb that was very affordable the last week I was there, because a friend of mine came and she wanted to be really close to the beach, so we were a stone's throw from the beach, and it was very affordable. And keep in mind, I also went during low season. I wanted to try to have short lines, less people, less crowds, and see what it was like in the heat, the Puerto Vallarta heat, the oven, the humidity, all of that. Well, it wasn't that bad yet. There were days that were bad, but for the most part, it was gorgeous. Well, I think that covers it. That's how I got my temporary residency visa card for Mexico, and I can't wait to move. When am I going to move? I don't know, because I appreciate what I'm doing now. I appreciate this time with my mom. with my senior animals and being and doing what I'm supposed to be doing right now. So what I'm doing is taking a lot of vacations in Mexico and exploring around. And my next video will be in San Pancho. I'll be visiting San Pancho. I'll be in Puerto Vallarta again because I met some good friends there. I'll be going to Yalapa with one of them, doing more horseback riding, and just having fun. And then next year I'll have to go back before my appointment, before it circles around to 1 year, and I have 1 year to renew that, so I will have to be back by June 3rd of next year. So if you found this video helpful in any way, please like and subscribe. If you're interested in more videos from Mexico, good luck with your journey. For whatever reason, you're getting priced out of the United States, you have just realized that the obsession is real and it's not going away. That's what happened to me. And I'm still watching every video I can find about Mexico. And again, go to the Mexico relocation guide because you want to move to Mexico the right way. So adios everybody. This is Tanya signing out from Washington State. Hope you enjoyed the bloopers. I had a hard time getting through this video. Public speaking is not my deal, but I'm learning. So I hope you enjoyed this video in some way, shape, or form, and have a great day. Adios, amigos. I want to move to Mexico because it's magical, it's beautiful, I love the culture, and I just get that feeling like I had when I visited Lahaina. Like I just want to be there. So tell me please, why do you want to move to Mexico? Leave it in the comments down below. Okay, so it cost me about $1,250 in fees, and that includes I'm gonna walk because there's people coming. I have a stalker. Hey there. So I'm doing a little reshoot here. The crunching of the gravel is just too annoying. I don't know how well you can hear me. So what can you expect at your appointment? Well, I can only tell you my experience. And I was nervous as heck. Oh, whoa, there's a bee. And you have your appointment. They're expecting you. It's very well organized. Told me who would be calling me in, pointed to the right door, and when he was ready, he called me in, and I went in, sat down, and God, I was probably shaking. And of course, the first thing he says pretty much is, so why do you want to live in my country? Yeah, it's like throws you off for a second. It's like, of course he's gonna say that. Oh my God, this bee. Ah! Okay. Anyway. So I'm not gonna tell you what to say. You need to talk to the experts about that. I just know what worked for me. What worked for me was just being really humble and honest. And I was adopted. I have Spanish blood, and for those reasons, I think I'm drawn to wanting to move to Mexico. I wanted to move to Mexico long before the election, and I've been obsessed ever since I started watching videos. I lived in Lahaina for 10 years. I love port towns, I love small towns, and I love the sun. So I was honest. I said what I loved about Mexico. I'm studying Spanish. We practice a little bit with him, which of course my mind went completely blank, even though I've been studying for a couple of years now, just on Duolingo, so I don't think you really get the real life experience with that. I made it through that. Hi guys. It's Mama and her little baby. Aw. Bye bye. There's your little taste of Washington State.